Good morning. This morning we're going to look at the word antonyms and opposites, and we're going to explore exactly what that means. An antonym is something that means the opposite of a word. Let's practice opposites first before we get on to antonyms. What is the opposite of big? Is it small or day? That's right, small. Small is the opposite of big. What is the opposite of small? Cold or big? That's right, big. Good job. What is the opposite of day? Small or night? That's right, night. Night happens at the opposite time of day. What is the opposite of night? Day or hot? That's right, day. Great work. What is the opposite of cold? You have a cold drink. What is the opposite? Hot or big? That's right, hot. Great work. If you have a hot drink, what is the opposite? Day or cold? That's right, cold. Good job. If something is sour, what is the opposite? Sweet or night? That's right, sweet. This is the front of a bus. Would the opposite be the back or cold? That's right, back. Old. Is the opposite young or sweet? That's right, young. Great job. This is a sweet piece of candy. Is the opposite the back of something or sour? That's right, sour. The opposite of wet is dry. When water gets on something, it makes it wet. This dog is, what is she? Is she wet or dry? That's right, she's dry. And this dog is wet. How can you tell this dog is wet? That's right, you can see little drops on its fur, and its fur is all stuck together. You can tell it's wet. Which of these two dogs is wet? Go ahead and point. That's right, this dog is wet. You can tell by how its fur is stuck together. Which dog is dry? That's right, this dog is dry. You can see that its fur has no water on it. Let's look at this floor. Which floor is wet? That's right, this one. You can see the water. How about the grass? Which grass is wet? This one. What can you see in the grass? What would we call this? That's right, we would see this and say it was a puddle. The grass over here is dry. It's the opposite. Let's look at the floor again. Which floor is dry? That's right, this floor is dry. This floor is wet. You can see the puddle on the floor. Let's look at the flower. Which flower is wet? This one. That's right. We would call this dew. Sometimes in the morning, even if it hasn't rained, the flowers are wet with dew. Dew is a form of condensation. Do you remember how we talked about that? Which dirt is wet? Go ahead and point to it. That's right, this one. What is another name for wet dirt? Mud. Great job. Wet is the opposite of dry. We can say that dry is the antonym of wet. Antonyms mean the opposite. Find the word that means the opposite. Here we are at this lovely beach, and the words are in the ocean. On the sand is the word start. We need to find the opposite or antonym of the word start. We have the word finish, whistle, race, begin. I'm going to read the words again. Listen carefully so you can find the word that is the opposite of start. Finish, whistle, race, begin. The opposite of start is, that's right, finish. Great job. Now we have wet. The opposite or antonym of wet, is it water, swim, dry, or towel? If you are wet, the opposite is, I'm going to read the words one more time, water, swim, dry, or towel. What is the antonym? That's right, dry. The opposite of wet is dry. Summer. The opposite of summer is beach, hot, spring, winter. Let's think about this. In the summer, it is really hot and you do many things outside. Which word would be the opposite? Would it be spring or winter? Which season do you do the opposite? Which season are you cold and stay inside a lot? That's right, in the winter. Great job. This is the word curly. If something is curly, it's almost like a spiral shape. The opposite of curly, is it short, hair, shell, or straight? Let's look at straight and short. If something is curly, is the opposite meaning it's shorter or meaning that it's smooth and straight? That's right, smooth and straight. Good job. Dirty. We need to find the opposite of dirty. The words we have are filthy, trash, rotten, or clean. We want the opposite. Is filthy the opposite of dirty? No, that's a synonym. Those are words that are very similar. You could say something that is filthy is also something that is dirty. What about rotten? No, rotten, filthy, and dirty all mean the same thing. Trash might be someplace you put something that is dirty, but that's not the opposite. The opposite is clean. Clean is an antonym of dirty. This is going to be the last one we do. Sunny. We want the opposite or antonym of sunny. Weather, cloudy, cold, bright. Which word means the opposite? That's right, cloudy is the opposite. Great job. I hope you had fun.